Welcome back, everyone. I am Zeke Alexander, and I'm here to give you my Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 4 recap. I'm extremely late this recap. I took like a week off because I went on vacation, and now I'm back, back here to give you my unfiltered opinion. So I must say I did enjoy this episode. We learned quite a few things when it comes to Mia and her mother, and Ashley and her divorce, and Karen and why she's not eating chicken anymore. But so the episode pretty much starts off. Wendy is at the park with her kids and her husband. She's talking about her meeting with Peter and how she's only going to be a 20% owner, and how they're going to have to contribute. Well, she's going to have to contribute $300,000 towards the restaurant. And her husband was like, just make sure that this is what you really want to do, that you can handle this, that you can really handle adding something else onto your plate, because you alluded to the fact that the candles aren't doing what she thought they would do, or she can't dedicate the amount of time she might want to the candles, because she has all these other things going on. So, pretty much he doesn't seem like she's in a position to take on another business. But she's like reassuring him, well, I don't want to do it if you're not behind me, if you're not supporting me, because, we're in this together. You're my husband, and I need your support. I want your support. And that's how it should be. So she also shares with him how Robyn got buck with her and didn't invite her or the kids to the family fun day, which I thought was petty. Girl, like, you gonna invite everybody, all the girls, all the even the friends of the show, people with no kids, and no kids that around the age of your sons, but you invited them anyway. But you're going to be petty and not invite Wendy because you're mad because of some shit she said last season. I mean, girl. But I mean, it's your event. You can do what you want to do. It is what it is. But Wendy was just telling her husband how her feelings were hurt. She was like, my feelings were hurt because she felt like she was playing with her kids by not inviting the kids. Like, you can play with me all you want to, but don't play with my kids. I don't do that. Don't do that with my kids, because they didn't do shit to you. I did the shit to you. I said the shit. So take that shit out on me. Don't take it out on my kids. And that's fair. But he was like, so she was like, fuck them kids. And she was like, pretty much, that's what she said. Like, pretty much, she like, I don't give a fuck that your kids out of school. They not coming. But so she told him about that. And she also brought Giselle had accused Chris of being inappropriate at the hotel room, and how, it just started a whole bunch of drama with Candace, and how Candace, had abruptly left the dance class. And he's like, damn, he's just like puzzled, like, and just wondering like why the girls are coming after Chris. Why are they coming after Chef Chris? Didn't he just cook all a good meal out the good National Harbor at that at her mama's house? But no, but it seems like he's always been a gentleman and welcoming and not inappropriate, not trying to be a sneaky link, in the words of Giselle. So everybody just wondering where this is coming from. So then we move on to Robyn. Robyn has an epiphany, or as I would like to think, that the producers coached her into coming up with a compromise so she won't look like a bitch for not inviting the kids, because she's mad at their mother. So she says she's talking to Juan. They're outside in the backyard, her and the kids, and she's talking to Juan. And she's telling him that she's had an epiphany and that she's decided to ask Candace to play auntie and invite the kids over to Family Fun Day. So that way she doesn't have to see Wendy, but at least the kids can come and enjoy the fun. So Candace agrees. She's like, I don't know if this is gonna work. She's like, and in her confession, she's like, she's probably going to tell me to go to hell, and then she's going to tell me to tell Robyn to go to the other place under hell. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to be the good auntie and do it. So she did. And I mean, like, I agree. Like, I would not be accepting of an invitation if somebody asking me, can I send my kids? Yeah, I'm not going to send my kids somewhere where I know the parents is not fucking with me. Like, people are crazy. Like, they do crazy shit. And people will try to do shit to your kids to get back at you. Or, yeah, like, they will. So, no, I wouldn't send my kids. Even with the big aunt, anything can happen. You know, nobody can see everything. You know, nobody's watching everything at all times. So just, yeah, to be on the safe side, like, no, I wouldn't send my kids either. I can understand being petty. I can be a petty bitch at times. But I'm not going to be petty towards kids. I'm not going to not invite kids to a kid's event just because I'm beefing with the mother. I can ignore the mother and the parents all day. I don't have to exclude anybody, especially kids, from a kid's event just because I don't fuck with their parents. Like, y'all can come, I can ignore you, I can be cordial, or yeah. But no, I definitely would have not invited the kids to a kid's event. Like, it's just, it was real petty, girl. It was real. So then we move on to Karen, and Karen has a scene where she discusses that she's eating healthier. She went to a nutritionist or something like that, and how she's no longer eating dirty birds. And she said the nutritionist or doctor said that she was allergic to chicken now, so she can't have chicken. But she called them dirty birds because they were traumatized by being killed, and she doesn't want to eat trauma. I'm still eating my chicken. I guess I'll be eating traumatized birds for years to come because I'm not stopping eating chicken. Now, I don't agree with all of the practices that they use when they kill the birds and everything, but it is what it is. I'm not going to stop eating chicken. But I'm also not allergic to it. Thank God. I love chicken. She also brought up, how she was, when she was on the phone with her daughter, and she brought up how her daughter had, Robyn had made an appearance at the New York Met Gala. Like, lucky little woman. I'm a little jelly. I want to be walking up those steps, getting my picture taken in some amazing suit. But, maybe one day. On to Ashley, and Ashley's at home in the apartment, and she's welcoming her friend, Antea, who Ashley describes as her homegirl, has been around the scene since 2019, when she did her gay pride performance. She's been her publicist, but she says that she's always, I guess, just been her homegirl, but that's when she became her publicist and really, started, I guess, working with her for many years, and she considers her just like her homegirl. And they discuss her impending divorce, separation from Michael, and how they have created a statement that they want to release, and that her and Michael have both agreed to what is in the statement. And she reads it, most of it or some of it, on the screen, and it's titled "The Separation Notice." They show she's reading it. So after she gets finished reading it, Antea is like, no matter how nice you make this separation notice scene, there's still going to be trouble about it. They still want to come after you. They're still going to come after y'all, more so probably him. find out that Mia and G are coming, and they bring her two youngest kids. Side note, I loved her confessional look. It was amazing. I loved the little bob. That dress was cute. It was giving me kind of geisha. I don't know. I loved it though. And she discusses her combo that she had with her. She's discussing with G a conversation she had with her auntie, and her auntie is just, schooling her about how drug recovery works and the maturity of the person who's addicted to drugs. And she explained that a drug addict's mental maturity stops while they are addicted. So whatever age that they began their addiction is how mature they will be until they completely sober up. She said that her mother's addiction, I assume, started around in her 20s. But she said that her mother would be maturity. She's like, I don't expect her to be a mother. I, expect her to be more like a friend, because she, her maturity level is in her 20s, early 30s. So that's the age that she's still at in her own brain right now. She's having more understanding that her mom suffered from a disease, and that was definitely something new for me to learn. I didn't know that about addicts. Of course, well, I'm not gonna say of course, but I have a few addicts in my family that are still here and that have passed on. So I get it now. I can see what they mean by the maturity level. I mean, because I was watching Bell Collective, and Bell Collective, what's her name? I can't think of her name. But the one, if you watch Bell Collective, the main cast member whose mom was on drugs, and you can see how she's just not immature. Not immature. She's immature, and she's not thinking at a maturity level that she should be, based on her age, because clearly she looked like she was in her 50s or something, but she was acting like she was a teenager, or a young 20-year-old. She just, the responsibility is just to change, to know, what she's doing is just not good. She just didn't really have it. She was just focused on having a good time, getting that high. And so it definitely makes sense. Now we move on to Mia's arrival to the event, where she was being very shady about everything. She said that it looked dry and boring, and I must agree, it did. It was really no decorations, no it's just they just went to some park and was okay, we're gonna play here. Just can I get a banner? Can I get some balloons? Can I get a table with some snacks on it, some juice? Something. It looks dry as fuck. So Mia informs us that her oldest son didn't make it, was coming because he was booked and busy with his friends. She said by the looks of it, she should have skipped and like her 13-year-old did, because this is looking boring. Shit is boring, and it looks boring. And other girls arrived, and everybody starts rolling in, and Mia makes an observation is it family fun day or is it mommy and me day? Because she was the only one there with her husband. Nobody else's husband was there. Juan wasn't there. Giselle, she had no man. Who else had some man? Nobody else's man came. At least at that point in time. I forgot why Juan wasn't there. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. I'm not sure. Don't matter, because he's not really ever around anyway. So it is what it is. Karen came solo. Jacqueline shows up with her husband and kids, and now we have two men there, G and Patrick. Those are the only two men that were there. Otherwise, it was just the kids and the women. Robyn said it's not a serious competition. Girl, it's not a serious event. It was dry, lame, boring. Like, really, how much thought and planning did you really put into this? Because, girl, I could have planned something better than that in a few hours, and I'm sure you had weeks to plan this to come together with that. Robyn called it Family Fun Day. She should have called it Dry Ass Family Day. How many games did they actually even play at Family Fun Day? About 3 games or something like that. A little bit after that, Mia's best friend Jacqueline shows up, her kids, and her soon-to-be ex-husband. And Giselle's like, I thought you were getting divorced. Like, why is he here with you? Like, and she's like, yeah, he's my PP. His name is Patrick, but she said, yeah, that's my PP. And Giselle was like, what you mean by PP? So her mind immediately went to the gutter. And she was like, in her mind, that means small penis. Like, that ain't a good thing. Don't nobody want that. Facts, don't nobody want that. Nobody wants that. I have not used the term PP since I was like young, like really young, like in high school, well not high school, in elementary school or something. Like, who calls a penis a PP anymore? Like, not when you're 40 plus, girl. No. But girl, don't be worrying about her and her man or her ex-man or soon to be ex-man's penis when you ain't got nothing. Or what the rumor is that you getting something from Peter Thomas. Allegedly. But yeah, girl, worry about your own, finding your own man with a penis and not worrying about Jacqueline's ex-husband. We move on, and Robyn is informing everybody that Candace is late and that Wendy is uninvited. And also, Ashley was running late. Karen immediately jumps in and is like, that's not okay. That is not okay. Wendy explains in her confessional that no mother is going to allow their child or kids to go to a function that they are not invited to. As I explained earlier, like, no, we're not going to do that because I don't trust you around my kids and I'm not there. Like, no, I don't care if I'm sending them with somebody I trust or not. If I don't fuck with you, then I don't trust you around my kids and I'm not there. Just facts. It's not gonna happen. Not doing it. This event is about the kids, and I expect you to be bigger than that. This is what she says to Robyn, like, you need to be the bigger person, like, do better. And Robyn's like, I am not the bigger person. I am petty. I am stubborn. You know, I own it. I didn't want her here, and I wasn't switching up. So Robyn, in defense, explains her lame compromise to Karen. Karen says, that's not good enough. You know, I expect you to act better than that. I expect y'all to act better than that when I'm around. Can the grand dame take a day off and y'all not act a damn fool? Karen's like, can I take a damn sick day without y'all acting a fool? Like, the queen can't take a day off. Her confession, she was like, it makes no sense that she would suggest that because she wouldn't do it herself. She know damn well she wouldn't send her kids over to Wendy's house if she knew Wendy was beefing with her. So why would she think that Wendy would do it for her? No. Game day finally starts. It seems to have little to no organization or direction, as pointed out by Giselle, who's shading her good friend. She don't got a really taste either, so I don't know. But I think she can put together an event at least. I think she can do that tastefully. So she could have helped her with that event since she clearly didn't have any help from Ron. Like, he wasn't even there. But I digress. Giselle mentioned that Robyn is very laid back, which I take as dry as hell. And then we have Robyn, who explains that this is not a serious competition, it's just fun and games, you know, so it's very boring. Charisse arrives and Karen immediately starts coughing and moving to the other side of the field. She's out of breath. She moved to the side of the field to get away from Charisse. I don't even think she spoke to Charisse, but she did participate, which was surprising. I was like, she's way more active than I gave her credit for. She didn't win that sack race, but she tried. She gave it a good try. I'm so proud of Karen for getting out there and doing it and showing these young ones that, she still can hop and do everything else. Not break no bones. Even Big G was out there running around. I was surprised. I was rooting for him too. Like, the two oldest people on the field were seeming to be the most active. Well, one of they were doing a lot more than I expected. Karen continues on with her medical emergency. She's panting and they're all giving her all this attention, and she's like that she didn't take her Z-Pack, whatever the hell that is. But the girls weren't buying it, and they said that she just didn't want to be around Charisse. Well, Robyn says to Charisse, yeah, she just didn't want to be around you. She ain't started doing that till you got here. And Charisse was like, I have that effect on people these days. And laughed and then smelled her underarms like, is it me? Do I stink? Why do people want to keep running away from me? I'm really not sure why Charisse even showed up. Did she even play in any games? Did she participate at all other than sit around on the bench and gossip? I'm not sure. I never thought I'd see the day with her to be running like this. Because usually she likes to face things head on, but she's just avoiding and avoiding and avoiding. There must be some truth about, green eyes? I don't know. Whatever the damn man nickname they gave the man. She doesn't want that to get out. Because it seems like they keep alluding to the fact that she might have some type of agreement with Ray to where she can go out and have her fun. A little piece on the side. Allegedly. The games go on and Candace finally shows up. I think she was like the last to show up. She speaks to everyone but Giselle. And she looks past Giselle and speaks to her daughter Grace. And Giselle was like, she just not see me sitting fucking here, but this bitch will speak to my daughter and not speak to me. That's what she wanted to say. I guess she has a little soft spot for Grace. She let Grace drive and accidentally scratch her car last season when she was moving it out the driveway for the girls to get out. So Candace is chatting with everybody, and she's chatting with Charisse about Giselle as Mia is sitting right there listening on, and she's just like, yeah, pretty much like people out here throwing out rumors and trying to start shit and making shit up about people's husbands to create a storyline. I wonder if Mia's gonna go back and share that with Giselle or not. Being as though how Giselle came for her early in the season about her cancer, no cancer, she might just keep that and not say anything, but we shall see. Then we move on to the next scene. Ashley arrives with her boys and they're playing, and she's talking with the girls, and she shares that Michael is getting a vasectomy that day, and she says that he's only doing it so she won't have any more kids by him because he thinks that she's trying to have more kids by him. Like, Ashley, really? Why do you want to have more kids with this man? Like, you're getting a divorce. That should be the end of you wanting to have kids with him, sleep with him, live with him, get anything, buy anything with him. Like, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? And in her confessional, she says that it makes her sad because she won't be able to biologically be able to have more kids with Michael. And that it's so final. But why would you want to continue having kids with a man you're divorcing? Like, you don't need to have any more kids with him. You're divorcing him. You should be moving on to another man and possibly having kids with him. Like, you won't be the only person out here with kids by another man. why would you then set yourself up to, why would you want that? Like, you have 2 kids by him, your relationship is not working, you're trying to leave the relationship, but yet you're sad about possibly not being able to have kids by him anymore. I don't get it. I don't get it. Ashley clearly is not making a lot of sense this season. She won't even get a fucking lawyer to help her with her divorce. Like, girl, you're letting this man dictate everything to you about the divorce, and when he's really, you should know he's looking out for his best interest, not yours. No. Hopefully she wises up pretty soon so she's not out here looking stupid. Then we move back to Mia, and Mia chimes in her confessional, and she says that Ashley should have had two more kids before his surgery so she could have 2 more checks. 1 check, 2 check, then you have 4 checks, girl. Yikes. Mia, are you telling us, is that why you got with G, so you can have checks just in case things don't work out? I don't know. But she also says that Michael really did it to prevent having any illegitimate kids running around. The shade. Girl, worry about that business over there that you got snatched from out under y'all. Not about her possible checks for having other kids, but I guess you said that before that happened to you. But you might live alone later, girl. So you better keep it cute. Might live alone from Miss Ashley. So then we cut back to them, and Jacqueline cuts in and asks, why is he leaving if he hasn't done, or why is she leaving him if he hasn't done anything new to make her leave? And she's like, well, he keeps, he wanted threesomes, and she didn't want threesomes anymore. That's just about part of her past. She's just not in that space anymore. Being a mother, she's changed, and this is not for her. But that's the life he still wants. He still wants those threesomes. And she revealed that he even asked her recently for a threesome before they decided to separate. So I think that maybe that was the final straw when he asked for some threesomes after she specifically said, that that's not what she wants to do anymore. Like, she's a different woman now. Motherhood changes you. I mean, life changes you even, so, one thing you might like yesterday, you're not going to like it tomorrow. You're not going to like it. You might not like it ever again, or you might change your mind a few years down the road. And so who knows, but as of now, that's not what she wants to do in her marriage. And he's clearly not understanding of that. So she had to make an exit. The threesomes are fun. They are an acquired taste, but they're definitely fun. But I mean, if you're a partner, and your partner doesn't want to do it, then that's the end of it. Jacqueline chimes in that she used to do threesomes with her PP, Patrick, but she got tired of it. He just felt like, he wanted to bring it in and add some spice to the relationship. And, she was down with it, but I think he got a little overboard. And she was like, no, I don't want to do that no more. And they asked her, was she bisexual? Was she pansexual? Blah, blah, blah. She says that she's not bisexual, but she is attracted to people. She's open. She's learning herself, but she wouldn't say she's bisexual. But she would play with some women. So that threesome ain't gotta be male, male, female. It could be female, female, male. Jacqueline's not bad looking. Okay, I'm sure. And she got 4 kids there, so she know what she's doing in the bedroom. But yeah, so moving on, Candace reveals that she had to cancel her egg retrieval as she was having a discussion with Ashley about it. because her follicles aren't responding fast enough, and that she felt like a failure because she was having so much time, with producing eggs, or the follicles producing eggs that they could retrieve. And surprisingly to me, Ashley was real sweet. She was comforting her. She was encouraging. She was like, you shouldn't feel like a failure. You just try again. Make some changes. And then, she was like, I wrote in my book about you, and Candace like, I hope that's not witchcraft. I ain't trying to do no witchcraft for me or nothing, like, no voodoo or something. Like, no, it's just a positive affirmation book. I'm just affirming, good things come to you, as far as pregnancy is concerned, that you will get pregnant and have a child and have a great labor and all that good stuff. And so she was like, okay, well, I'm down for that. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that's pretty much the field day. So the producer asks Robyn who won, and she's like, I honestly don't know, because we really didn't keep score. It was just, it looked like it was fun, but could it have been more fun? Could it have been better planned, better organized? Yes. But they needed something to shoot a scene for, and that was good enough, because clearly it was just lacking. Then we move on to Ashley. She's driving through some neighborhood in Virginia. She's on the phone with Antea, and we find out that the news has broken about Ashley and Michael's divorce. It's all on all the blogs. Everybody's reporting it. I remember when this happened. And Ashley is just like unsure about how it got to the blogs, because she only told a few people. So she's just wondering like who could have went and spilled the beans to the blogs. She's just unhappy because they had this whole plan to release it before Mother's Day, and now they had to scrap that and play catch up and what's the word? They need to save face and put this statement out now, so they can try to get ahead of all the blogs, saying all the negative things about Michael and her and whatever. Just all their assumptions about why the marriage is ending, and why they didn't release a statement, I guess, before now, blah blah blah. So she's saying that she's been reaching out to Michael since news broke, and he's not answering, not calling her back. She was like, his text messages reading red, but he's still not responding to her. She feels for him because she knows, where she can see that like all the blogs are praising Michael and praising Ashley and demonizing Michael. So she wants to at least give him some comfort and let him know that they're going to I guess come up with a game plan so they can get ahead of everything. So her and Antea, her publicist, they decide to release a statement that day, despite that she agreed to hold off on Michael so they could so it wouldn't interfere with their loans and the LLC and everything they got going on. The cat is out the bag. She was just like, we need to drop it. We need to try to get ahead of it. He did approve the statement, so you got to do what you got to do. He did agree, it's not the best timing, but it is what it is. And so she agreed to release the statement. And that was pretty much the end of the episode. I guess this episode was kind of dry overall. So that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like and share. Comment if you feel free. I would appreciate it. I would love to hear from you guys and take any suggestions or constructive criticism. Yes. But yeah, that's it. Thank you. Hope you continue to tune in, and I'll be back with my next review soon.